Dear reader, a preamble. Forgive us, it is very late. Daddy is very tired.
But we did enjoy the movie. We thought that was great from beginning to end, and it was funny. It was sort of, it's hard to pin down kind of exactly what we got and what not. I mean, for one thing, I didn't think the movie was going to go all the way to the end of the war. I thought it was going to go, I actually thought the mission was going to be Messina, and then maybe a little bit afterwards. That's why I said like a half an hour.
Sure.
But part of me was like, could this go to the end of the movie? And I said, well, I got to make a choice. How do I think it was going to end? I thought it was going to mostly be about Messina, and that was more about him throughout the war. So.
My big error, I think, was I thought that he would be contrite a lot sooner than he was actually contrite.
See, that I was quite sure of. I said, he does not seem like the type who would actually feel contrition. He's a warrior. He's a warrior from the top to the bottom. He's a warrior from the beginning to the end. He's just, he knows that war makes sense to him, and that's his forte, and he can actually make that happen. So.
And everything else is just kind of him dealing with the world around him.
Yeah, but he never did get contrite. I mean, he really just stuck to his whole, like, this is
the best act for my career thing.
I mean, beyond that, I mean, I think he knew that he was right. He knew that he needs to do this, and so him yelling at someone, he was kind of like, why are people getting all up in my face about all this? You know, it didn't even make any sense to him why he should even feel contrite. And the weird part is there was a sort of glory aspect to it that I kind of was like, I hate to admit it because I'm not this type of person, but there's something very, I don't know if inspiring is the right word, but you know what I mean? There's something about
it gets me
like,
pumped, even though I'm what scientists call a giant pussy. But no, it's very true. I'm using my notes here again because it's just so late. And we noted again that loss, or the fear of loss, drives him, and I think that's a larger point that expands to myself and to other viewers. And also his distinction, as you noted so well, between the desire to win and the desire to not lose. Right. He never orders his soldiers to just stand ground.
Yeah. You did call, speaking of that, you did call the idea that he's only going to have people in his army that that he can trust, that would be like, no, we're as driven as, or about as driven as you can, want. So like that, so.
Either that or they just follow because they're damn good soldiers, as you pointed out at the end. And yeah, that's, if anyone knows the song General by Dispatch, I believe it's pretty much the same theme, and I frankly suspect that it's based on Patton or something similar.
It could be, yeah. I think it was the scope that I sort of missed on that. That the rest of the movie had this scope that was like, whoa, we're going to the rest. I realized, I think, as much as I do feel like, oh, I know something about World War II, I realized the specifics about Patton's life I didn't know at all. And I think I was confusing that some with like General MacArthur as well. I think I was mixing the two up, so this was very hard to predict.
Yeah, very much so. One final thought. Patton seems to think that good men die and bad ones live. Since he compromises in the way he comports himself, if not the way he thinks, do you think that he views himself as the bad man by the end?
I don't think he does. Again, I think he's very self-assured throughout the whole thing, that I've got this duty, if for another reason, that I'm one of the best, if not the best. I'm this reincarnated version of a warrior that's been throughout history. Why can't you guys trust me? And why? I mean, he was lamenting the fact that he was in this time period where that sort of ruthlessness is not being appreciated, for better or for worse. I mean, I'm not making that judgment, but he certainly is like, I should be up on that chariot getting all this glory, and it was so fleeting.
With the crown and the whispers, yeah. There are other people who can accomplish a lot with a handshake that he could not, that he only knew how to do through gasoline and bullets.
Yeah.
Patton, you magnificent bastard, we watched your movie!
It was awesome. Patton.